Hey kids, we're back with another 5-minute Bible story. The last 3 weeks we talked about faith. We talked about Abraham and Sarah as they had faith to believe that God would keep his promise. The next week we talked about Peter and he had faith to walk on the water even in the midst of a storm. And last week we talked about a father whose daughter was dying and an old woman who had a disease and they believed that Jesus could heal them, and they had faith and Jesus healed them because of their faith. Today, we're going to start talking about our new subject for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be talking about hope. You've probably heard the word hope a lot. It's part of River Life's mantra. We talk about hope, healing, and growth for the second and third generation Hmong. So what is hope? So the definition in the dictionary is feelings of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Now, what does that mean exactly? So hope, like it says in the dictionary, is an expectation of something to happen, meaning we are looking forward into the future and we want something to happen. We have desires that we want something to happen. In our in our Christian life, our hope comes from Jesus. We believe that because Jesus came to us and died on the cross for us, that we have hope for something better to come in the days going forward, whether it's while we're here on earth or when we're in heaven. Someday in the future, we have hopes of something greater, something better that Jesus has for us. So today we're going to talk about what is the opposite of hope? What does that look like? The Bible says that worry, anxiety, fears of the future are the opposite of hope. Jesus talks in a story specifically, Matthew 25 through 34, he talks about worry. He talks about how we are afraid of the future, but he gives us some examples. He says, do the animals worry about where they'll get their food next? Do the flowers of the field worry about their petals? No, God provides those things for his creations. And Jesus says, if God can dress the flowers in petals that are so beautiful that even King Solomon, who was one of the wealthiest, most famous kings of all time, who was known to not spare himself pleasures of life, meaning he bought whatever he wanted, he had lots of money, he ate whatever he wanted, but King Solomon didn't even dress as well as the flowers of the field. God blesses his creations in great ways, and there's nothing that we really can worry about because God already has a plan for us. So how does hope help us with our worry? So we know that faith means that we trust God. He's gonna keep his promises to us. So because of our faith, we can have hope to know that no matter what happens, God has a plan for us. And I know there's a lot of fear and worry about what's going to happen tomorrow going on right now. We're not able to be in the same building right now like we used to on Sundays because of a part of this fear of what's going to happen next. But I can tell you that because of our faith, we can also have hope to know that God has a plan for us, even in these difficult times, and that we will eventually be back in the same building again. We will eventually be able to give each other high fives, hugs, and all that. But right now, we just have to have faith and hope that God has something for us tomorrow and in the days to come. So you might be asking yourself, Mr. Jeremy, how do I have faith and practice hope in these difficult and scary times? So I'm sending some resources to your family, to your parents and adults. There's going to be a link above this video to a folder that has all of that. One of the things that'll be in those resources is some Bible verses. I challenge you as a family to read those Bible verses, see how the Bible and how Jesus talks about hope, how he talks about how to not worry and not be afraid of the future and what's going to come, but to put your trust and have hope that Jesus has that plan that I talked about for you. So I challenge you to read those verses together as a family. And if you have any more questions, comment on the video down here below, or just send me a direct message to my Facebook and I will answer those to the best of my ability. Also, a couple updates. Next week, I will be doing a giveaway. So in order to qualify for that giveaway, you have to comment on this video, something that you learned today about hope, and also like or follow this Facebook page that we have now, the River Kids Facebook page where you're watching this video. And that's how you'll qualify for our giveaway next week. And finally, I'm also doing an emailing subscription for anybody who would like to receive our River Kids newsletter weekly. So if you'd like to sign up for that, have your parents help you with that, or even if your parents want to sign up, you can help them with that. I'm sure some parents might need some of your help with the emails. So finally, I just want to tell you I miss you all and I'm praying for you all. I can't wait to hear comments and feedback from this week's video. Let me know how you felt about the new graphics I'm going to be trying out. Mr. Jeremy's learning a whole lot about video editing, so I'm going to try to include as many fun graphics and helpful information on the screen as possible. Anyways, I miss you all. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.